Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming. I'm your host Richard and today we are back with Pokemon TCGO. Now today's video we're going to be looking at kind of a different deck. We've seen it before but with different Pokemon. Not on this channel but we've seen it in the TCG community is what I'm trying to say. But last week guys we did open the Mega Metagross Ex box and I decided let's make a deck off of that. Now there's two ways you can go with this. You could go the Steel Shelter deck with like Dialga and Bronzong and those guys. And honestly, the Steel Shelter deck isn't as solid as it needs to be currently. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of eh. And it does okay. But I think this version will do a little bit better. So of course we've got the Mega Metagross EX, 220 damage with Gatling Slug for 4 energy. It does 130, plus it does 10 more for each steel energy attached to this Pokemon. And then, of course, we have Metagross EX. You're not going to be really attacking with Metagross EX in this deck, whereas in the Steel Shelter you could use it. You can in this one as well, but you don't need to as much. And, of course, with those guys, unfortunately, the only steel kind of energies we're going to have in this deck are going to be the Rainbow Energy. You guys already saw some kind of peaks. This is a fairy deck, so Rainbow Energy is what we're going to be relying on for boosting the Gatling Slug. If we were able to get all 4 Rainbow Energies, Gatling Slug does 170 damage, plus a Muscle Band does 190. So technically we only need 3 Rainbow Energies on Mega Metagross if it has the Muscle Band. So that's what we're going to be going for to try and knock out those big EXs. And to help along with that, we have Aromatisse. Aromatisse uses Fairy Transfer, transfer Fairy Energy. It can also transfer the Rainbow Energy because it counts as a Steel Energy, or Fairy, sorry. So many different energy types. So we're going to try and build up as many of those as we can until we get Mega Metagross, throw the energies on Mega Metagross, and let them go. So we got 2 Aromatisses, 3 Spritzies. 3 Spritzies is just insurance factor in case one shows up too early in the game and gets knocked out, that kind of stuff. So I kind of went the Mega Kangaskhan route with this deck. We've seen the Mega Kangaskhan around in TCG quite a bit, so with the Fairy kind of deck. So I went that route, hoping it'd work. Of course, I'm not running as... Actually, yeah, they usually run a 1-1 line for the Mega Kangaskhan. But I'm also running the Yveltal EX just as a secondary attacker. It uses Evil Ball. You get the picture of Rainbow Energy. That kind of nonsense. I also have 2 of the Geomancy Xerneas just to start building up Fairy Energy at the beginning to power up either Mega Metagross, those extra energies that we don't have rainbows of, and then Yveltal as well. And we also have Xerneas EX. We have 2 of these in here. We can do an X-Blast rotation kind of thing or what have you. I also have Virizion EX just for the Verdant Wind ability. Hopefully we're not Emerald Slashing. It happens. We don't want it to. And then I have a 1-1 line of Beartic. I thought about running 2-2 lines. And Beartic's in here for Pyroar and Landorus. But they often get in the way is the problem when you don't need them. So I decided to go to 1-1 and put a few more supporters in instead, hoping that works out a little bit. Speaking of supporters, we're going to look at them now. We got 2 Colress, 2 Lysander. You might even only need 1 in this deck. We have 2 Ns. We have 2 Pokemon Fan Club. I'd like to run more, but again, it's hard to get stuff in here. And this is typically for Spritzy. Also, you could get out Metagross EX. You could get out Xerneases if you need to, that kind of stuff. But these are mostly reserved for Spritzies. We also have 3 Professor Sycamore, 2 Shauna. Typically, you don't see this card as much. I'm starting to try and use it more, just because this is what we're going to be stuck with once N is out of the rotation next year. And in most cases, Shauna is actually better than N, because there are points, especially towards the end of the game, where you don't want to be throwing all your cards away with Sycamore. Colress may not be in the best option because you may not have a lot of bench Pokemon. N wouldn't be good because maybe you're down to 2 prizes, your opponent has 6. So they'd be getting the better end of N. Whereas Shauna, you're getting 5 instead. So I decided to throw 2 Shaunas in here instead of that Beartic line. Then I also have a Skyla, just to search out item cards. Nice segue into item cards. We have 2 Bicycle for draw. We have Computer Search. We have 1 Evo Soda for that Aromatisse. We have 3 Max Potion, because Max Potion's always good in Fairy transfer decks, because you can heal Pokemon. I also have 1 Sacred Ash, just in case too many Spritzies or Aromatisse end up in the discard pile. 2 Sterling Megaphone, because Garbodor is our enemy. Get out of here, please. Alright, 3 Ultra Balls. I could probably actually go down to 2. I don't know, it's preference, I guess. And then Versus Seeker. This is another thing I've been trying to get into more decks, because it is a pretty good card. It lets you put a supporter from your discard into your hand. So, say you want one of those draw cards, but they're not showing up, but you have a Versus Seeker. You can grab one out of the discard. So, there you have it, folks. But then we have 3 Fairy Garden. I'd like 4, but again, it's hard to fit everything in this deck. 4 Muscle Bands. I could probably drop a Muscle Band for a Fairy Garden. Who knows? 4 Rainbow Energy. We need 4 Rainbow Energy. And then 6 Fairy Energy as well. So hopefully this deck works out for us. Again, as with all decks on this channel, this is not by any means am I saying... But let me try and say that again. By any means, I am not saying this is the best version of this deck. You probably have better ideas. I would like to hear them. Because I'm not the best at making decks. I just like to make them. I like to think they work. And sometimes they do. And I'm just trying to give you guys a different way to look at them. Or maybe even a start if you're just starting out learning. But again, if you have suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. And I will try them out and see how they work. But we're going to get a battle here for you guys. And we will be there in a moment. Alright guys, so we got a game here for you. I'm going to flip the coin, of course, lose the coin toss as I always do. This deck can either go first or second, because Xerneas could be attacking second, or we can start setting up Spritzy first. It does look like this is a fighting deck with Machamp, so this could be a problem. But I have faith. He is muffed twice, and it's a Tyrantrum deck, which could be scary because we do have special energies in this deck, so we're going to try and avoid special energies at all costs. I don't know if we're going first or second. I think we're going first, but either way, I'm not going to play that Xerneas quite yet. Yes, I would like the extra cards. Thank you. Give me as many cards as I can get. So there is Hawlucha, and it does look like he's going first. So Hawlucha can't attack me right now, which is a-okay with me, and that's another good reason we didn't put out Xerneas, though he can't attack this turn anyway. I think well, we want to get energies as soon as possible, but I do have Pokemon Fan Club, so I think I'll keep Xerneas in my hand for as long as possible, just because we don't want him hitting me. I do have Metagross, who I do kind of want to play, because I want to start getting him set up into Mega Metagross as soon as possible. So I will play the first Metagross. I will play a Pokemon Fan Club to grab a Spritzy, and another Spritzy. I'm gonna, nope, okay, there we go. I'm gonna grab 2 Spritzy, because in that way we're guaranteed a Spritzy next turn. Or an Aromatisse, sorry, because we have one in our hand. I really don't need to Ultra Ball quite yet. But I am going to, of course, Geomancy, because it would be stupid not to. This kind of looks like a mixed fighting deck, so I'm assuming Tyrantrum's not the main focus point, which I guess will make it easier for us to get away with using Rainbow Energies. Whereas if he was running like 3-4 Tyrantrums, we would probably be in a pickle. But it looks like it's a mixed one, so we might not even see Tyrantrum this game. Especially if he's seen... Oh, well, there goes my Aromatisse. But, especially if he's seen more Fairy Energies, he might not be inclined to bring out Tyrantrum as quickly. Although, we're set up for a Mega Metagross pretty soon here. Pretty soon here. So, I am going to play the Rainbow Energy. I think I'll put it on this Aromatisse... Spritzy. Just so that we're not getting our poor little Aromatisse knocked out. I'm going to Evo Soda for the Aromatisse. put him on the one that has damage, so he's sure to be alive next turn. I want to get Mega Metagross out this turn, is the thing. So I am going to Skyla for that Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball? Where are you? Where are you, Ultra Ball? Versus Seeker... There it is. There's one of them. Ultra Ball, which we will, of course, play Ultra Ball. I could discard Fairy Energy and Eviltal, or Fairy Energy Professor Sycamore, or Eviltal Sycamore. I'm thinking Fairy Energy Sycamore, just because I could VS Seeker back the Sycamore, and we have two others, so I'm not really too concerned with playing it right now. I will grab our Mega Metagross. I will play Eviltal, just so I can get this Bicycle off for a nice 3, which works out pretty good for us. I'm going to Mega Evolve, because now we have a Sycamore, and we have Starling Megaphone in case he brings in any Muscle Bands, which Karina usually is a Muscle Band, or it might be Rare Candy for Machamp. It looks like it's going to be, because he grabbed a Machamp. He actually grabbed Professor's Letter, so he might already have Rare Candy. Still rather strange. So he does go into the Machamp. This Lucario is doing 80 right now, after he attaches the energy, of course. So we will live it. Fighting Stadium, not going to affect it. Oh, I thought Fighting Stadium went to his hand for a second. I'm like, what? What? So I will just Bicycle for 1. It is a Shauna. I really don't care to play it. So I am just going to Professor Sycamore. I'd rather get the 7 than the 5 and keep those cards, because I don't really need those cards. We can get off a pretty powerful Gatling Slug here. We're going to be doing 150, unfortunately. Not more, not less, not in between. I will put it on the Spritzy, and I just remembered. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. First Mega Metagross. Yeah, no, not many people play it. Unfortunately, I just realized we can't retreat our stupid our Xerneas right now, because we don't have Fairy Garden. I don't think he's going to be special conditioning us, so I think, as of right now, I'm just going to Fairy Transfer, take that, move that there to Eviltal, move the Blend Energy to Mega Metagross EX, and I don't want any energy on that stupid Spritzy, because I don't want to lose it. So that looks like our turn, because again, well, I could Geomancy. I could Geomancy, and I think I will. Let's use ability, Fairy Transfer. I forgot we could still do that. And instead of saving the 1, we could get 2 extra. So let's attack with Geomancy. I'll put it on Mega Metagross and Eviltal. It looks like we only have 1 though. So, I mean, YOLO. Yeah, just trying it out for vid. Trying it out for a video. So if you're watching this video, there you go. Putarmar. But he is fossil researching, so here comes the Tyrantrum. Eventually. So that's gonna spell some scary stuff for our Metagross. He is gonna start powering up Tyrunt, because he knows Metagross is on its way with its special energies, and Tyrantrum's gonna hurt. I'm still gonna go Metagross. We're still going all out. That's the whole point of this video. That's what we're doing. So right now he can do 150, 160 with that, and I'm going for a Muscle Band. So let's attach a Rainbow Energy to Stupid Spritzy again. Stupid Spritzy. Use abilities with Fairy Transfer. And of course he's got his Fighting Stadium, which I also want to get rid of as soon as possible, because that's going to hurt Metagross even more. Let's move this Fairy Energy to Aromatisse. And I think that's all the Fairy Transfer I have to do this turn. I could bring up Tyrunt and kill it right now, actually. Just kill it in its tracks. Right in its face. But I also want to get rid of this Lucario. I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring up Tyrant, because I think Tyrant poses more of a threat right now. Whereas Lucario is doing, what, 100 damage? Tyrantrum would be doing a crap ton more. So I'm going to Gatling Slug this little Tyrant right in its dumb face. It's dead. It is overly killed. And we'll get an Ultra Ball out of the deal. Not what I wanted. He's going to go into Hawlucha. Of course, Hawlucha has the free retreat. There is Tyrantrum. So we'll be able to see that attack that I'm afraid of right now. Chew Up is 60 plus 90. So that's 150 plus 20 from Machamp, 20 from the Fighting Stadium is going to be 190, which isn't enough to one-shot Mega Metagross, so maybe I should have left him, because now that Hawlucha is going to hurt and Lucario is going to be able to come in after that and do all the hurts. We're going to have to protect at least a Rainbow Energy for Yveltal. So that's the thing. So I'm going to attach a Fairy Energy to Metagross. And actually we don't need any Rainbow Energies on Metagross right now. Although, do I really want to keep Fairy Energies around when it's what's bringing us down? I'm going to play the Sacred Ash. No, I'm not. That'd be dumb. Can I cancel? Oh, I already played it, I guess. We're going to get back our 2 Xerneas. Should have looked first. That's why you always look first. Look before you leap. I'm going to Ultra Ball away a Beartic and a what is this thing called? Frisian? I'm going to grab a Xerneas, is what I was looking for in those words. Play Xerneas, and that means Chorus is going to get us more than Sycamore, so always play Chorus if it gets you more. I will be able... I love Max Potion, Fairy, Transfer. And again, we need no special energies on Metagross at this point. So, although Tyrantrum isn't an immediate threat, I also don't need to worry about it. And I could also actually save Mega Metagross at this point. So Max Potion the Mega Metagross. So he's back to 220. Nice and powerful. We can evolve our little Spritzee that's been taking Rainbow Energy damage into an Aromatisse. This Hawlucha's dead this turn, so I'm not too worried about getting the Max Potion off of it. Or not the Max Potion, the Muscle Band. And actually, I can actually bring up my Xerneas instead of anybody else, so I can just attack with pure Fairy Energies, you know. Fairy Transfer. Bring up the Rainbow Energy to Mega Metagross, which I think I've said correctly every time, instead of the, like, Mega Gross or whatever people keep saying. So then we use Fairy Transfer once more to move Rainbow to the Mega Metagross. Fairy Energy to the Xerneas. We'll move one Rainbow over to Mega Metagross, so that Yveltal doesn't have all of them. That'll be the end of that. And yeah, our attack will knock out Hawlucha because we have the Muscle Band, and then we can hit Lucario, ensuring that a Gatling Slug from Mega Metagross will take it out. Or even an X-Blast from Xerneas. So we're kind of set up right now because we have all 3 of our main attackers out. Fairy Garden does go away for the Fighting Stadium once again. But I don't think anybody on his team can take us out right now. Hikarinas for the Landorus. And what else? Computer search, okay. But yeah, Hawlucha can't take us out yet. Even if it has, well, he attached strong energy to, Landorus, who he's gonna bring out to, I guess, try and build up Tyrantrum? Yeah. But again, I can just Max Potion my Xerneas, so use abilities, Aromatisse, Fairy Transfer. As annoying as this is how this deck works, so... I could have just dropped everything onto Aromatisse because, you know, I'm Max Potioning anyway. So let's Max Potion. Let's Fairy Transfer to bring back all of our Fairy Energies that we need. And I'm actually going to bring up 4 this time, because the more Pokemon we can take out, the better. So let's do that. I'm gonna... How many cards do I have? I have 14 cards. I'm gonna versus Seeker for the Chorus, just to get as many cards as I can. Because we do have that N, which will be our saving grace if we're getting too low on deck space. Because I wanted this Fairy Garden to get that Fighting Stadium out of the way, and then we can X-Blast to knock out Landorus. Again, I could have went into one of the other attackers, but that's also putting our special energies up there for Tyrantrum to go after, which is what we're trying to avoid. And we also don't want that Landorus just like building up stuff. Well, actually, Landorus would have been God, so he wouldn't have been building up stuff. But again, see, there's Tyrantrum ready to go if a special attack or a special energy Pokemon was up front. So that's kind of why we did that. But now we do have to put one up, because I'm assuming Lucario is coming up here, and I can't X-Blast him this turn. I could stay up here and break through, and just do it that way. He is going to end me, which is fine. I'd rather have more cards in my deck right now, because we are getting a little low, and I think we're kind of set on cards. And we do get a bunch of supporters anyway. So yeah, Lucario does come up. It hits me for 80. Makes me sad inside. But here's the real question. Metagross, I will give the Muscle Band. Will I play an N or a Sycamore? I have 14 cards. I don't want to get rid of this N just willy-nilly, so I am just going to N for 3 more. Not as I keep getting the same supporters anyway. I'm just trying to figure out the best play. I could Evil Ball, which would do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 120, 140 is as much as we need to do. We actually resist Tyrantrum with Evil Tall as well. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to retreat into Evil Tall, like I said. And we need 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Was that dumb? I think it might have been. I need 140. No, I need 160. Shit, that was dumb. I mean, we still resist. So, I'm going to go for it. This may be the dumbest play we've made today, but, you know. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Again, I don't think the Tyrantrum can take us down. Because between him not having a fighting stadium and me resisting, I think we'll live it. Again, think is the big word there. No more energies out of our our prize cards. Sorry, is what I meant to say. But if somehow he does take us out, he can Giga Impact, which won't kill. He's trying to find a fighting stadium, which possibly will allow him to kill us. But I don't think he can. I got a Fairy Guard. Shit, Chew Up does do enough. Fuck, we're out of energies. My stupid play cost us the game, pretty much. I'm just trying to think of what I can do now. I don't have enough energy to attack is the big problem. I can Lysander up Terrakion. Yeah, I don't think it... Well, what's Terrakion weak to? Grass, shit. I mean, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Yeah, I think we lost. I think we lost, folks. I think we lost because we muscle banded Metagross. Well, he's gonna escape rope anyway. I'm gonna throw up a Aromatisse for him to hit. Yep, the Tyrantrum became our downfall. Here I was not worrying about it. Oh, he had a strong energy. That's why. He had a strong energy on his Tyrantrum. Otherwise, he wouldn't have. Shoot, dang. Yeah, if I would have... Well, even if I would have Muscle Banded Eviltal, we still would have lost more energy than we had left. Well, Xerneas could have taken out Hawlucha. So there was a way to win, but I failed. I failed! I can Professor Sycamore for the rest of my deck at this point. Unless there's like a hidden energy... A hidden energy somewhere? I still don't think it's enough though. I mean, I can Max Potion my Xerneas so it hopefully doesn't die. No, it still will because he did 170 to a Eviltal. Yes. Yes, of course, of course. Let's computer search for what we have left. Carl, because we can't Lysander this turn because we already did whatever we just did. I can Rainbow Spear for 120. That's not enough to take out. Shoot. I'm gonna grab him anyway. Yeah, because Tyrantrum is 150. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. Yeah. I think we're donezo. Even if we had some damage off on somebody, we could have done something, but of course I'm just a failure at life. But still, I'm glad this deck performed the way it did. If Tyrantrum wasn't in the other deck, we would have won. And of course, there's no way to counter every single card is the thing. So you're gonna lose to certain decks. So I am not upset with how this deck performed. I'm a little upset with how I played because I should have been able to see the way things were turning out. And well, like there was only one way I could have gotten out of that, and I missed it beforehand. So that was the big thing. But yeah, this Tyrantrum's just gonna overkill my face now. Thanks, Tyrantrum, you ass. Excuse me. You overkill. Excuse me, guys. You overkilled me so hard I swallowed spit in the wrong tube. But anyway, guys, that was our Mega Metagross deck. Again, if you have any suggestions, let me know down in the comment section below. Other than play better. I know that already. But thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time. Bye!